Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're making puff pastries. We're making pastelitos de queso or quesitos or puff pastries filled with cream cheese, however you want to call it. So tonight I'm going to show you exactly what I have here. We're only going to use a few ingredients. Puff pastries, and you can find that at any grocery store or supermarket. I'm using 1 egg because I'm going to make an egg wash. I'm using 1 pack of cream cheese, and you can use any type of cream cheese that you want. I'm using 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 cup of sugar. And the reason why I have the 1 cup of sugar here is because I'm doing 2 things with the sugar. I'm going to use half of the sugar to make a simple syrup, and the other half I'm using to add to the cream cheese. So what you want to have is your cream cheese at room temperature so it's easy to spread. So I'm going to add a half a cup of sugar to this cream cheese, and I'm going to just press down. See how easy it is to spread because it's warm. And you want to just keep mixing the sugar and the cream cheese until you get a smooth consistency. Now you want to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla to the cream cheese and mix well. Now I'm going to open up the puff pastries. Now the one thing I find when I'm making puff pastries, it's easier for me to work with when the puff pastries are straight out of the refrigerator. When you leave them out room temperature and they're too warm, it's too hard to handle. If you notice your dough getting too soft when you're working with it, just put it back in the refrigerator for a few minutes to get cold and then take it back out. Now, some people roll out their puff pastries, but I just leave my puff pastries the way they are, and I just cut along the lines as a guide. Try to cut the puff pastries in equal parts. Now you want to beat 1 egg and add some water to it to create an egg wash. Next step is to add some oil or some oil spray to the pan so that the pastries don't stick to the pan when you're baking them. Let's move on to the next step. Now I'm going to add a scoop of cream cheese to the center, and I'm going to seal the edges with egg wash. Now you don't have to use egg wash, you can use water just as well and it will do the same thing. But the one thing that you want to remember is that if you don't close the pastelitos very well, they will pop open when you're baking them. So I'm going to show you how to do a few more, and then we're going to get started baking them. And you can change these up any way you want to. Some of them you can make, like quesitos are just with queso, which is cheese. So that's why they're called quesitos. But the pastelitos, you can add guava, you can add apple, strawberries, whatever you want to add to them. The one thing that I love about making pastelitos is you can change them any way you want to. You can change up the size, you can change up the shape, you can add whatever you want to add to it. So that's the fun about making them. Now I'm going to brush the egg wash over the pastelitos so that when I bake them that it will create a golden color. Now they're ready to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. While those are baking, I'm going to start making my simple syrup. Now simple syrup consists of equal parts of water and sugar. So I'm using a half a cup of water and a half a cup of sugar. I'm using golden brown sugar for this, but you can use any type of sugar you want. So I'm using this syrup to brush over the pastelitos when they're ready to create a shine like you see when you buy the pastelitos in a bakery. You'll know when your simple syrup is ready when it coats the spoon. So at that point, you want to turn the stove off and let your simple syrup sit so it can cool off a little bit. So it's been 25 minutes and my pastelitos are ready. Look at how delicious they are. Mira que rico. Simply delicious. Now I'm going to brush the simple syrup on top of the pastelitos to give it a pretty shine. Now the reason why my syrup is brown is because I used golden sugar. So depending on what you use, that's the color your syrup is going to be. So if you use white sugar, you're going to get a clearer white syrup. If you use dark sugar or brown sugar, you're going to get a maple colored syrup. So here are my delicious pastelitos de queso, or my puff pastries with cream cheese. These go by many names, but one thing that we all can agree on is that no matter what you call them, they're delicious. Well guys, thanks for taking the time out to watch this video. Please stay tuned for more upcoming videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Hit the bell so you'll know when I'm uploading new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hasta la próxima. Saludos mucho. Bye bye.